Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at the new app from Fingerlab, the DM10. This is going to be a walkthrough tutorial kind of thing. So hopefully you'll have an idea of how it works. It's easy to use. Right, okay, so let's just put in some drums here on this default TR606 kit. We'll just make this super basic for now. Just put a few hi-hats in. And let's just play this. Okay, so you'll hear that the kick drum on this 606 is a little on the weak side. If we go into Mixer and we look at the level and then we change the pitch, we can make that a little bit better. However, that's the only one I found that's a bit weird at the beginning. So look, if we open this, let's add a few more things into our pattern. So okay. And you can also double the length of this pattern like that. So it's going over 2 bars. So I'm going to play through a few drum kits. You get an awful lot of drum kits. Now, there are no in-app purchases with DM10. At the moment, it's $9.99. I think that's on sale. Yeah, 30% off for the first week. So that sale will be almost over. Then I guess it'll go up to, it will be, what, $14.99 or something. So you have all these vintage kits, right? And there are loads of them. We'll play lots of these. I particularly like the Lin. This is really good. If I can find it again. So many. Let's just go through this a bit slower. Let me do it with my finger. Find that Lin kit. Is that it? Yeah, there it is. So, and then you have acoustic kits. And then you have customized DM1 kit, so remember DM1, right? Then you have some instruments. Go back to a 909. Then you have your own user kits. I've only made one so far, but there are so many of these vintage kits. And you can go into the mixer and change out any of these sounds for anything else. You kind of like, there's nothing in that one. So for example, if we go into the hi-hat, we could do this, or so now we've basically made a custom kit. You'll see there's a little asterisk there. Okay, let's go back to our steps. Let's add in some cowbell, a couple of toms. Cymbal hit here. So now, apart from the open hi-hat, which we can put a couple in, you have every single pattern, every single drum has got some sort of trigger on it. Now, there are lots of things we can do now. Like I said, we can go in and change our kit for anything we like, of course. You've also got, right, if we go to pads and synths, like you've got a bass synth and a lead synth, okay? If we go to pads and synth here and I click on this again, now this will work in standalone, but I'm using it as an AUv3, of course. It's a lot easier. Now I have my MIDI keyboard hooked up to this, so now I can either go onto my steps here and record stuff in, or I can do it with my MIDI keyboard. Now it's going to be easier for me to record this in with my keyboard or this keyboard. All I need to do is keep an eye on the timeline, is hit record, and then I can and I've got my bass line in right. We've got some default presets here. That didn't change much, did it? Oh, here we go. Right. We got 3 oscillators. Cutoff. Resonance. And an ADSR. Bit crush. Detuning. See, that's like a chorus in effect, of course. Now, if we go back to steps and I hold to clear, and I go back to my pads and synth on the bass, well, if I turn arpeggio on and hold a chord, I can record that arpeggio in as well. So if I and now my arp is recorded in. Okay, so we also have a lead synth as well. Arpeggio is still on, so now they're basic bass and synth, so you might not want to use them in your production sort of thing, but they're there if you want them, and you get a 2-octave range to play with, and then it'll kind of just fold back on itself, right? So it's not brilliant, but they're there if you want to use them. They're okay. They're better than not having something there, of course. So let's record a little bit in for this lead. There we go. If we go back to steps, you see we've got our synth recorded in. Now, let's go to our mixer. I'll just turn the bass and lead synth down a sec. We'll go back to our steps for our drums here. Let's change the kit up. This is a cool kit. I'll play a few more kits, then we'll get into the randomization. You can also apply triplets to any step. Okay, so say for example, let's go to another kit, because you want to hear the kits, I guess. Say for example, this snare. If I wanted to apply a triplet to this snare hit here, okay, and we could do this. You get the idea there. You can apply that to any of the steps that you like. Okay, you can't apply it though to the bass or the synth. You'll see it disappears for those. Right, to copy a pattern, open a pattern, just hit copy and press pattern 2. And then if you hit sync, it will wait till it's finished before it. So let's go make some adjustments to number pattern 2, which we're on now, you can see. If we go back to pattern 1, let's change the kit. Oh, it's a cool kit. I'm going to go to these and hold to clear the bass and the lead, because I don't really want them in there. Go back to the mixer. Can bring them back up now. There's been nothing there, of course. So let's make another pattern. Now, this is cool. Let's copy this. You might have noticed that each pattern remembers the bass and the lead. So although I've deleted it from pattern 1, right? So if we go to our steps, you'll see they're not there. But when I go to pattern 2, my bass and lead come back in. So say, for example, I was to say, well, right, this is the lead. I'm going to hold to clear the lead on pattern 2, but bass is still there. And I'm going to go to now pattern 3, and you'll see that the lead and the bass and the drums are all still there, right? So that's very cool. So that means we could go, say, from pattern 1 like this, which is just the drums. But let's change the kit again for fun. There are an awful lot of kits. I mean, over 100, I think it's 140 or something mad. Probably up more than that now. So let's go to pattern 2. See, bass is back in, then bass and lead. Okay. In fact, I'm going to copy, I'm going to copy pattern 1 and paste it here. So this is now pattern 1, but it's actually pattern 4, but it's the same as pattern 1. And what I'm going to do is show you the very cool randomization. So click on this little whirlwind. Give it a bit of volume as well. Okay. Radio. Click on the whirlwind, and this is the randomization strength. But before we hit go, let's tap to get more settings. This will let you randomize a pattern, not the song. This will just randomize this one pattern and leave the other patterns as they are. Very, very cool. I don't want to randomize the kick. I don't want to randomize the snare. I'll randomize the hi-hat, not the open hat or the clap. And I'll randomize the rim shot. So listen what happens. And we're randomizing the level, the pitch, the length, and the pan. Well, I don't want to randomize the level. I want to leave them as they are. So hit go. Right. Let's randomize also the snare, but not the... So if you're wearing headphones, you're definitely going to hear this. And this is the strength of the randomization. This is on maximum strength now. But if I go back to pattern 1 now, remember this was a copy of pattern 4, 1. All that randomization's gone. And also the bass is gone. So let's go and put a bit of bass in. Hold to clear because I don't want to enter it in like that. I'm going to go to pads and synth and try and work something out here. Okay, I'll just record something like that. Okay, so this is now pattern 4. Cool beans. Let's change the drum kit again, hey? Okay, so we've got that cool pattern in. Now, I'm pretty certain it's probably going to remember. It's not going to automate the sound, but it's not going to change the sound. So if I go back to say pattern, yeah, it's just going to keep the sound. It's worth it for all the blinking drum kits. I'm not even kidding. Let's go to our mixer. And whatever you select down here, you see you can add in the steps from this page as well. Now let's look at the effects, right? So at the moment, all the effects have been routed to the drums, and the master effects are, well, they're just the master effects, so they're on everything. But these we can choose to route just say to the bass and drums, or all three. Let's just route this crush to the bass. Like that. So let's automate that. Epic. And let's put this something on the drums. Okay, let's change the kit. And I am gonna copy pattern 1 again and paste it here. Go and switch the bass off for this particular pattern. Okay, the XR10, awesome stuff. I mean, it's really good. DM1 was brilliant as well. You can also play this stuff with pads. You know, you can record a program in, and then you can kind of just reorder this stuff as well. And you've got a metronome. So let's take a look at song mode, right? Let's go to song and let's switch song on. Let's stop this. So we've got 5 patterns to play with. As you see, these are now highlighted. So we could say, right, well, pattern 1, pattern 1, pattern 1. Oh, let's put pattern 1. Then pattern 2, pattern 2. Maybe go back to pattern 5, and then maybe a couple of pattern 4s. You get the idea, right? So pattern 4. And then we'll have a pattern 3. Pattern 3, and you can of course go on and on. Pattern 3, pattern 3, and then we'll kind of go with pattern 5, and we've got it on loop, so let's switch loop on. We can save this as something. Well, what will happen, it will save it as another project like this. Okay, and if we go load now, you'll see tutorial with a little 1 by it is now this one. So then you can go into the standalone version and you can rename all this stuff. All right, so let's see what our song sounds like. Now, we have to make sure that song is switched on. Let's go back to the beginning of our timeline here. And the song will play through. Okay. So I'm just going to load in one that says, I don't know, session 1. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, I'll play this through for you. Switch song mode on. Okay, right. Let's go back to our steps now. Let us go into the mixer and I will turn down the bass. So the bass and the lead synth, actually it's polyphonic, to be honest, to be fair. You can play chords with the lead synth, but it's basic stuff and you do only have 2 bars of pattern to play with. So really its forte, if you like, is been a drum machine, and a very good drum machine that you can do lots of cool stuff. Like I said, the randomization stuff is really very cool indeed. If I let me just go back to I'll just go to a completely new pattern, right? So pattern 6 shouldn't be anything in here, I don't think. Oh, maybe there is. Oh yeah, pattern 6 is. I'm just going to go to pattern 7, which is blank, and let's just hit randomize. Let's just go nuts. Let's randomize everything. Now, I'm not sure if I need stuff in here. Right, yeah. I need to put some stuff in. So I'm going to just bash some snares and a couple of hi-hats and things and what have you, just so you can hear how bonkers the randomization can get. So let's do that. Okay, so let's change the kit. It's on my custom kit. So I'm going to go to acoustic. Actually, let's go to DM1. There's some cool kits in here. Let's go to our randomizer and let's, other than the level, let's randomize everything, okay? I'll do this a few times with a few different kits and you'll get the idea, and I'll play around with the strength as well. Master effects are fun to play around with as well. This is kind of extreme randomization, of course. But I'm going to go to pattern 8 and do something a lot simpler so that you can hear more of the drum kits. And while I'm doing this, guys, if you've watched this, oops, let's get off me triplet. If you've watched this via Premiere, thank you very, very much. Much appreciated. We've got a few minutes left yet, obviously, while I go through a bunch more. That's a really nice kit, isn't it? Actually, wow. Cool. Got swing and all the rest of it as well, so like I said, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Please consider becoming a patron or making a super chat or a super sticker. And I will see you later. I think I've pretty much covered everything. It's pretty straightforward. There's not a complicated app to use, you know, and it auto says what you're doing. So anyway, rightio, here we go. More kits. I'll see you guys later. Oh, of course, don't forget that this is an AUv3, so you can just add in another, well, how many DM10s you like, and, add percussion and stuff. It's really cool. obviously the instrument ones would take some reasonable programming, you know, if you wanted to use them. Well, that sounds quite good. Let's fix this for this. So just for the acoustics, I'll just take these out. Okay. Right, let's go to the acoustics.